folks, welcome back. We're going to continue our discussion on The King's Speech by David Mulligan. Let's stick on 4, and let's talk about, I like this, and I don't think I have ever used it in my scripts, but it's something that works well, and David Sedler uses it very consistently here so we know its function, and that is the brackets, the square brackets. We're at the top of 4, and when something is in square brackets, at least in this case, and how David Sedler is doing it, is when something is in brackets, we're breaking the fourth wall. We're out of the story for a second, and we're just going to give you some information that's kind of technical in a certain sense. And he says, for ease of reading, thank you for ease of reading. Every reader loves ease of reading, right? Of course. For ease of reading, Bertie's stammer will not be indicated from this point in the script. That is a great choice. I don't know who made it. I don't know where in the script's development, in the production's development, that they decided to put in this line. It could be from when he wrote it originally, or it could be from the director, or God knows what. But it's good to have in there. And if you are writing about something that could be uncomfortable to watch, such as stuttering, this is nice in that it says, you know what, we're not going to do the stuttering on the dialogue. You but, and then you but, and then you do the hyphens and all that, and it is in here. It is in here, but to a lesser extent of how he really is on camera. They actually take out how he's going to stutter, right? And they put in these brackets as placeholders for the various changes of his problem, his character arc. As he moves through the story and battles his problem, these are little benchmarks for the changes. And I like the way that he does it. He's very consistent. And if you're writing a spec script like that has something like that, I think that you could take advantage of putting it in a consistent format, that is, in this case, in brackets, so that they know that information, every time they see brackets, that information is a certain kind of information that is kind of out of the story. Do you know what I mean? It's a choice. There's no rule. There's no one that says, well, if you're going to do that, then you use brackets. It's just purely a technical choice. But I think it works really well, especially for a reader. Let's go down a little bit, get a little bit into the story and things that I like, things that catch my eye on the page. And you'll see down, let's see, Bertie gulps for air like a beached fish and attempts to continue. And Bertie says, the king, the following gracious message, he can't get the word out. Splat. The first drop of rain begins to fall. Why do I like that? Why do I even say that? Why do I even bring that up? I think why I like that is because he is describing Bertie's problem as gulping for air, fish out of water, and as we get to the end scene, that splat, water coming down. It's just speaking publicly is one thing. Having it rain on you is another. It's just add insult to injury kind of thing. But I like the fact that both of these things have the same sort of theme of this I can't breathe and water and drowning and all that kind of stuff. I thought that was done really well. You know what? And now that I look at this, let's look at something else that's very interesting. And this is something, again, that is subjective and a choice of the writer, but if you do it consistently, it can work very well. Just a little bit above that, you'll see a little bit up, you see the stammer careens back at him, amplified and distorted by the stadium PA system. And then he goes into a little montage. But he doesn't say montage. Elsewhere in the script he does. But here he doesn't. He just simply lists right down the page, CU, which is short for close-up, CU, huge metal speakers. CU, soldiers at rigid attention. CU, wood, he shuts his eyes. CU, Cosmo Lang, expressionless. See you, Elizabeth, dying. Nice. See how we're getting these images very fast, but we're not really saying that's a montage of images and blah, blah, blah. He's just getting right to the point. He's telling a story. He's showing you images and moving on as quickly as they appear in the movie, because you only have a certain amount of space on the page, right? A minute per page. So he actually does montage in other ways here. And I like the way he does it, because he does actually different things in the other ones, and we'll take a look at that. But this is one of the ways that I think works very well for telling the story. And you have to think about that. You want to make it easy for the reader, and he does. At least I think so. Something to consider. All right, let's go ahead and stop here. I hope that you return next week for more coverage on David Sedler's The King's Speech. I'm David Mulligan for the Writers Bloc on Virtual Channel Network.